has a company-wide emphasis on safety, including weekly safety talks and training, distribution of monthly environmental talks and training, and implementation of monthly safety training classes. What you can do: make safety suggestions when you see opportunities for improvement. Check bulletin boards routinely for safety-related updates and training, and immediately report near misses, unsafe acts, and unsafe conditions when you see them. Machine guarding and all interactions with machines at Modineer are done in a manner that promotes safe machine operation. Employees are instructed to perform daily startup check sheets prior to operating any machine and should reach out to your area supervisor if you find a deficiency or have any questions. Always remember to keep your hands and all body parts out of and away from any pinch points during mechanical movement. If there is a machine jam or malfunction, remember to press the E-stop button and contact your supervisor. Never attempt to repair the jam without proper lockout/tagout training. Each machine at Modineer has its own specific type of machine guarding. Common types can include fixed guarding, a type of guard designed to keep the operator away from the point of operation or any other moving component of the machine. Light curtains and sensing devices, a method that is installed in various locations on machines that stops operations when an object reaches in or through the path. Adjustable guards, a guard that adjusts to fit the material size needs of the machine. The guard protects the operator by blocking access to the point of operation when mid-sized materials are used. Two-handed controls, a type of guarding that requires the operator to press two cycle buttons at the same time for the machine to properly work. This eliminates the possibility of accidental startup by the operator or accidental contact with the machine's point of operation during the cycle. Interlocking guards, a type of guard that locks points or access to points of operation on various pieces of equipment. These guards specifically lock access to moving components, and when opened, stop the machine from moving. The last type of machine guard you may find at Modineer is a foot pedal control. This guard only allows the machine to cycle when the foot pedal is held continuously, and when released will trigger a stop or reverse motion by the machine. The foot pedal control protects the employee by requiring continuous pressure to trigger the machine movement. Emergency procedures at Modineer follow a 4-color coded system. Code red indicates there is a fire or other emergency. Please evacuate the building and meet at your plant's specific meeting location. Code blue indicates a medical emergency. Please remain in your area until an all clear has been issued. Code green indicates a severe weather event requiring shelter. Please walk to the nearest shelter in location site within your facility and wait for instruction. Code yellow indicates a chemical spill within the facility. This code may be followed by a code red to evacuate. Please remain in your current location or follow any secondary call code procedures. Please contact your supervisor for evacuation and shelter-in-place meeting points. Modineer recommends all employees use 4 simple steps to avoid injury when lifting an item 50 pounds or less. Bend at the knees, not the back. Grasp the item in a slight squat. Bring the item into your core while squatting. Raise the item by raising your body and the item with your knees. If the item is above 50 pounds or too large to handle alone, please locate an additional employee and practice a team lift to move the item. Modineer wants you to feel comfortable at your workstation. Evaluate the area and adjust to your needs. Structuring your work area to fit your personal needs will improve the ergonomics in the area and reduce the stresses applied to your body. All injuries, even minor cuts and scratches, as they can develop into more serious injuries, should be reported to your supervisor. Remember to report all unsafe acts or conditions to your Modineer EHS team or your supervisor. If you are in an area or see an area contaminated by blood or any other bodily fluids, do not attempt to clean up the area or interact with the fluids. Contact your supervisor immediately. blood-borne pathogens are very dangerous and require personnel with specialized training to properly clean and disinfect the area to eliminate the potential risk of contamination. Personal protective equipment, or PPE, protects you against the physical harm from hazards that cannot be eliminated or controlled. Suitable eye and face protectors must be worn if there is a potential for injury to the eyes or face from flying particles, molten metal, liquid chemicals, gases, or vapors. In addition, approved safety glasses or goggles should be worn at all times while on the production floor to prevent loss of vision and eye burns, splashes, or sprays from toxic fluid. Modineer also requires employees on the production floor to wear protective footwear, like steel-toe boots. While working at Modineer, and especially while on the production floor, we require the use of hearing protection for two main reasons: to conserve hearing and to eliminate hearing loss. 1 out of 10 Americans has been affected by hearing loss already. Wearing hearing protection blocks the harmful effects of loud noises that are produced by general production equipment. These noises, over time, may create damage to the ear by eliminating the clarity and integrity of your hearing. Remember, wireless headphones, like earbuds, are not considered hearing protection. Make sure you're getting the full protection from your earplugs by rolling the plug up between your fingers, pulling back your ear, and inserting them completely in the ear canal as intended. Lockout-tagout is a safety procedure that ensures that dangerous machinery and energy sources are properly shut off and are not started up unexpectedly while maintenance or service work is being completed. Activating the equipment or power source before these tasks are complete puts the person maintaining or serving it at risk. Only authorized employees who have completed specialized company training are to perform lockout-tagout within the facility. While forklifts offer an excellent solution to everyday material handling for many businesses, including Modineer, each year they continue to be related with workplace deaths and injuries. The human and economic cost of forklift-related incidents for employees, industry, and the community is large. To operate a forklift at Modineer, you must complete training and receive certification. Simple safe practices such as observing speed limits and stop signs, wearing correctly fitted safety belts, and slowing down and sounding the horn at intersections can make a big difference. Having a safe work environment, effective employee training, well-maintained machinery, a traffic management plan, along with policies and procedures with effective supervision will help reduce the risk of forklift-related injuries. Respiratory protection may be required to complete certain tasks while working at Modineer. Never wear respiratory protection until you have been trained and authorized to do so. Proper documentation, testing, and approval will also need to be completed. When tasks arise that require protection, please utilize the PPE as instructed by your supervisor. Remember, these tasks that require protection could result in dangerous exposure if not used properly. Never perform confined space entry until you are trained and authorized by Modineer. Only trained employees may enter confined spaces. Do not enter any space marked as confined space. Confined space could have a hazardous atmosphere or other hazards present. Never perform electrical work at Modineer until you are trained and authorized to do so. When working with handheld or portable equipment, including extension cords, never use equipment if it is missing grounding prongs or has damaged cords. If you discover damage to any cord or equipment, reach out to your supervisor to have it replaced. Please keep all aisleways, electrical panels, sprinkler systems, and exits clear at all times. Keep your work area clean and organized. Clean spills right away. Notify the supervisor for larger or hazardous spills. Always clean and roll up hoses and cords after each use. Keep air lines rolled up when not in use, and always keep them out of walkways. Be sure to maintain the 5 S's in your workspace on a daily basis. Modineer has a zero-tolerance policy on workplace violence and will not tolerate any form of workplace violence or discrimination. Should you identify workplace violence, bullying, or discrimination, please reach out to your area supervisor or HR team member for support. The Globally Harmonized System is a worldwide regulation founded by the United Nations to have common ways to describe and identify chemicals and how to use them safely in a workplace. With GHS, chemical labels, and safety data sheets from manufacturers around the world, all countries offer the same information using the same format and symbols. There are 9 distinct pictograms that are part of the Hazard Communication Standard. There can be 1 or more pictograms on a label depending on the hazards. The pictograms will always be a black symbol on a white background with a red diamond-shaped border. There are 4 major routes of entry chemicals can follow: inhalation or breathing, ingestion through eating, absorption through skin contact, or injection. Breathing is the most common way workplace chemicals enter the body. This can happen if you aren't wearing respiratory protection or the wrong kind of protection. It is important to wash your hands regularly when working with chemicals, and to wear the correct PPE specified on safety data sheets you will see shortly. While working at Modineer, there is the need on occasion to transfer chemicals from a primary container to a secondary container. Always ensure the new receiving container has a GHS compliant label affixed to it for the safety of all team members. To receive a label for a new container, reach out to your supervisor and ensure the label is GHS compliant with the following steps. The name of the chemical is outlined on the label. The GHS pictogram indicates the hazards of the chemical. A signal word, i.e. danger, is listed to indicate the risk of the chemical. Hazard statements are outlined. Precautionary statements are outlined. Supplier contact information is listed in the event a Modineer employee needs to call the manufacturer for additional information. Modineer supports and recognizes the importance of GHS and GHS compliance by maintaining safety data sheets for every chemical brought onto company property. Safety data sheets follow a globally recognized 16-point format. Please pay special attention and review items 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, as they are the most frequently utilized topics while on the job. There are 8 common types of chemicals and gases you could be exposed to daily: solvents, cleaners, corrosives, acids, bases, metal fumes, oils, and coolants. Exposure, contact, or injection of these chemicals can be prevented by utilizing the proper PPE indicated by your supervisor. Modineer seeks to conduct business operations that are environmentally friendly and compliant with applicable laws and regulations. This policy is accomplished through PIC: prevention, improvement, and compliance. ISO 14001 is an environmental management system, a set of processes and practices that enables an organization to reduce its environmental impact, focusing on electric, gas, and water. Modineer is certified under ISO 14001 and is conscious about the impact we have on the environment. Remember to never dump mop water down the sinks or drains. Always put the scrap materials in the scrap metal hoppers, and report broken or shattered light bulbs so they can be cleaned up properly. For a full list of ways to support this initiative, please speak to the EHS team. The Modineer environmental policy can be located online on the company's website, in the employee handbook, and posted in various locations throughout the facility. One last note. Welcome to Modineer. We're excited to have you on our team. If you have any safety questions or concerns, please contact a member of the EHS team or Human Resources.